Our Emily Scarlett is live in Grand Rapids. Emily, it wasn't much of a summer break for district leaders because they had a lot to do.
That's right. Jay, Julie, good morning to you both. Of course, you may remember the last time students were here at Grand Rapids Public Schools, they were not allowed to have backpacks, that following a number of gun incidents in the district. And that's just one of the issues that district leaders have been working on over the summer. They say they're optimistic, though, heading into this new school year. There are new safety measures that will be in place. The district says this includes random weapon searches this year. Backpacks are once again allowed, and the district is encouraging clear backpacks, but this is not a requirement. They're also promising more mental health programs for students and better training for staff on spotting mental health issues. You can find a full list of these new safety measures on the district's website. Now, the latest issue the district is now facing, that's at Grand Rapids Montessori Academy. The district announcing just yesterday that school's first day being pushed back until at least August 28th, citing ongoing construction at that school. Some staff even reporting mild sickness after working inside that building. The district making the decision to delay the start of school there until more testing can be done on the air quality there.
There's no intent to be anything but transparent. It doesn't mean that we did everything correctly, but we are operating from a place of when we knew things, we were sharing it as we found those things out. And so we did make the decision to stop access until we got the final report from the latest round of our air environmental testing at the site.
And the district also saying it hopes to have the results of more air quality tests by around 11 this morning. Another big important issue this morning is that the district is gearing up for a really important election. They've got a $305 million bond coming up on the November election. They say this will help with a number of building and safety improvements. They also say there will be no additional cost to taxpayers. Now, you just heard the district superintendent speaking there. We'll actually be speaking with her live coming up at 6:30. We'll have more on these new safety measures and what's in store for this new school year as kids gear up for the first day. Back to you.
13 Your Side's Emily Scarlett live at Buchanan Elementary. So Emily, school leaders say there's a lot to look forward to this year.
Here's a bit of a look, you guys. Look at your screen right now and some of the other safety measures.
That's right. Good morning, guys. Live here this morning at Buchanan Elementary. Not long before students start arriving here, doors open at 8 o'clock so those students can start to get their breakfast. But of course, here at Grand Rapids Public Schools, a big topic of mind for families here has been safety. We're lucky to have the Director of Public Safety, Mr. Larry Johnson, live with us this morning to tell us some more of the details of some of the new safety measures that will be in place this year. Do you want to start just in general by telling families why they should feel comfortable sending their students here to GRPS this school year?
Yeah, thank you for having us this morning. Well, first of all, our pause on our backpacks has been lifted, and we are encouraging our parents to consider clear book bags for our elementary age kids. Our high school age kids will be able to return normal. And so we spent a lot of time this summer training our staff, working on social and emotional programs as well. And so noticeable what they will see is there will be an increase in our random weapons searches and screening, particularly around our secondary level schools. Some will occur in our elementary schools, but we want to be less intrusive, and we don't want to scare kids. But we want to bring up the comfort level of our parents as we work with our scholars as they return.
Well, let's talk more about the decision making that went into some of those decisions. Of course, we know as students ended the school year, they were not allowed to bring backpacks in. It's being encouraged that students have clear backpacks, but ultimately students can return with backpacks as they start the new school year. Tell us more about why that decision was made.
Well, parents was very clear to us doing surveys, parent engagement opportunities, scholar engagement opportunities over the summer, a lot of research that we did, and our parents wanted some container for their scholars to bring their equipment back and forth to school. There's a lot of factors around that. So after we put all that together, we thought the best decision for our scholars here in Grand Rapids was to allow the return of the book bags. Now, having done that, we ask parents that they have to be, particularly when it comes to our young kids, have to check backpacks daily, nightly.
Well, Perfect. You definitely listening to parents with that decision. A couple
Yes.
more questions for you. What will these random weapon searches look like, and will it be because of reports you're getting from students, or just on a random sporadic basis?
It's going to be random. It's going to be random. We will show up at buildings. We will set up our gear, our mactometers, and we would have students walk through. We have invested in a different type of mactometer we think is less intrusive to our students, be able to get them in the buildings a lot quicker. And so you will see some of those coming up in the next couple weeks as well.
And really quickly, Mr. Johnson, I've heard other parents asking this before. Why no metal detectors? I know they're in some schools, but explain to parents why you're not wanting that.
Well, first of all, it's an elementary school, a high school. So this is a school. Very difficult to run a metal detector program at every door at every school, in any school district, not just Grand Rapids. And so it's resource dependent. And although resource dependent, with the number of doors and windows that are in schools, it builds a false sense of security. So we believe that the research is correct when they say random and unannounced, and the experts around the country that we've talked to encourage that as well as legal teams that have encouraged the random and unannounced.
Perfect. Answering many questions for parents and families this morning as Grand Rapids Public School students head back to school for the first day. Sending it back to you all in the studio.
13-year science Emily Scarlett live at Buchanan Elementary. So Emily, school leaders say there's a lot to look forward to this year.
Yeah, that's right. Julie, Jay, an exciting day. Of course, the first day of school for Grand Rapids public students. We're live here at Buchanan Elementary, where we're expecting students to start showing up in a little under 2 hours as they open the doors for breakfast. We're honored to be joined by the district superintendent this morning, Dr. Ledrian Roby, to answer questions for families as we begin this new school year. Dr. Roby, exciting first day. What should
Absolutely.
families and students be looking forward to?
We're looking forward to a great first day and a great school year. We're excited to welcome our young people back, and we're looking for lots of learning, lots of new experiences, and an opportunity to make new friends and renew old friendships.
Yeah, absolutely. All that exciting stuff that comes along with a new school year, new first day. Of course, top of mind for many families as we start this new school year, continued conversations over safety. What do you want families to know in terms of students coming back into the classrooms and being safe?
Absolutely. And so over the summer, we've done a lot of planning. We've done a lot of our technical upgrades with safety and security equipment. And then also we've done some training with our staff, and we're planning on continuing to roll that out as we look at social emotional supports for young people. We have some forums that we have scheduled for scholars this year. And then also continued conversations with families around how to keep children safe, because this is a community-wide wraparound support and services for our young people.
Right, I know we were speaking about that. You want families to be a part of this, not just school leaders, but parents to also be involved in these conversations of safety and mental health.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to have conversations with young people to say, how was school? What's going on? What was the best part of school today? Or are there things that you're concerned about? And that can happen in any conversation with a caring adult.
And of course, many questions about Montessori, those students having a bit of a delay as we have this start to the new school year. Anything you want to say to those families about maybe some concerns about students returning to that building?
Sure, and we always want to make sure that safety is our highest priority. Our staff and our families have said that they needed a little bit more time because of some construction delays, and we understand that it's not an ideal circumstance, but again, it's about making sure that the building is well prepared so that we can welcome those young people back next week. And we are looking forward to welcoming those families back on Monday.
All right, thank you so much for your time this morning, Dr. Roby. Exciting first day here for Grand Rapids Public Schools. We'll send it back to you all in the studio.